Welcome to Dory Cote on Shamanism, a weekly podcast that explores one theme in shamanism throughout each month. Get comfortable, have a seat, and let's get started.
Welcome to podcast number 36 and our discussion this week on how shamanism and abundance might work together.
Dory, how can we use the spiritual beliefs within a shamanic practice to create greater abundance?
Within shamanism, there is this capacity to access other realms. I think most listeners understand that, in a shamanic journey, what we're doing is we're allowing a part of our spirit to travel outside of space and time into this other realm, this other space, this other reality where there is no time and there is no space. And as a result, by doing journeys and allowing ourselves to experience what is in these other realms and the amazing power and light and beauty and wisdom, guidance from our helping spirits, helping spirits who are not us, they're outside of us. They have amazing wisdom, and they are benevolent, always working in our highest good. And when we work with them in partnership, it is possible, in fact likely, that you begin to feel much happier, much more content, much more whole, much more gratitude and appreciation for every breath you take and every step you take and every aspect of your life. And so in that way, in that very general kind of way, I would say that having and practicing the spiritual beliefs within shamanism and practicing on a regular basis, journeying with your helping spirits, even if it's just to go visit them and asking them for a tune-up or for some energy to get through the rest of the day, or for some soothing energy to get through a grieving time, or to just go and hang out and say hello, even if you just do that within your shamanic journeys, you're allowing yourself to go to this deep place where appreciation and gratitude is a given. There is no malevolence in non-ordinary reality or in these other realms. There is no war. There is no hatred. There is no anger. There is no grief. None of that exists in these other realms. It's pure spirit reality. And so it's a place to go for respite, as well as a place to go to get your tank filled up, to allow yourself to be in that state of experience. And then you bring that back with you. And by bringing that back with you, you begin to generate for yourself an ongoing sense of abundance, of feeling joy, of feeling content and filled up. And through that, it has what we call like the snowball effect, because you are appreciating your life and expressing gratitude for your life and feeling good about yourself and your connection with your helping spirits. Then you set the stage for being able to create greater abundance in all areas of your life.
Can we journey and ask our spirit helpers to bring us abundance?
I wouldn't recommend it, and here's why. Our spirit helpers are really not all that interested in helping us to create anything on the material plane. So if you're going to ask for abundance that has something to do with creating material wealth or aggrandizing your material belongings, then I would say, no, don't do that. Just like I oftentimes have students who say, wow, I know how to do this now. I think I'll journey and ask my helping spirits for this week's megabucks number. Well, don't do that because that's not what our helping spirits are interested in helping us with, and you'll run the risk of literally shutting the door, of making it such that your spirit helpers will not be interested in communicating with you anymore, because your interest is really not anything spiritual. Your interest is in materiality. However, if when you say you're going to your spirit helpers to help them gather abundance for yourself in some way, and you go with the understanding that you're asking your spirit helpers to help you understand how you might manifest abundance, understand what it is you might have to do in the way of taking steps to help create abundance in a particular area of your life, even if that abundance looks like something like health or well-being or more trees or more water, not necessarily, material wealth. When you ask them for advice and guidance about what it is you might do here in this realm, then they will give you advice and they will guide you to the steps that you need to take in order to create that for yourself. If you are desiring an answer to how you create ceremony for yourself or some kind of ritual which will help create abundance for yourself, that is another area that they would be very delighted to help you with, because our helping spirits love ceremony and ritual. And so there's nothing wrong with doing that, but just be really clear when you go into the journey that your desire is not to ask your spirit helpers to bring you abundance. They're not going to bring it to you. They might help guide you, however, to find ways, give you the steps, what you need to take on your spiritual journey in order to get to where you want to go on the whole topic of abundance.
It sounds like you're saying that abundance begins with a shift in attitude. Where does someone begin if they don't yet trust that abundance is possible for them?
Yes, well, it is a shift in attitude, absolutely. Saying that you desire to have abundance, you need to shift your attitude about the fact that you already have abundance, and what is that abundance? So if somebody doesn't trust that abundance is possible for them, the first baby step they need to take is trusting and accepting that they already have abundance. And what is that abundance? Just like you were talking about earlier, about the fact that you recognized as you started desiring living someplace else that you might have been creating a situation where you would end up without having this place to live and out on the streets. So you shifted that around and you said, okay, I have abundance. I have a place to live. Is it ideal? No, but I have abundance. I have 4 walls. I have a roof over my head. I am safe. I am warm. That is abundance. And as you began to trust that you already had abundance, you began creating what it is your heart truly desired, which was to have that abundance, plus also a place that had more light and not so much darkness around it. So that is, you can't trust that abundance is possible if you don't begin with trusting that you already have abundance and practicing gratitude and appreciation, as I was talking about in our last podcasts the last few times. Gratitude and appreciation for what you have. You have abundance. It is there. You own it. It's yours. It's in you. It's around you. What is it? Identify it. Trust it. Love it. Appreciate it. And as you do that, you will begin to see that abundance grows. And as it grows, then you will grow in trust that abundance truly is possible for you. And the other piece of it is, as I said in our last podcast, you also have to do your shadow work. You have to accept that abundance comes to the whole of you, not just part of you, the whole of you. And in order for the whole of you to be engaged in creating abundance, you have to do that shadow work. You have to really go dig deep into your soul and accept who you are, the parts that you love and the parts that you maybe don't love so much, honoring and bringing those parts into the whole of who you are.
Thank you for listening to Dory Cote on Shamanism. We'd love to hear your thoughts, stories, reactions, and questions. Come on over to dorycote.com and join the conversation. And tune in next week for more on this subject, or next month for a new subject. You can subscribe to this podcast in iTunes or sign up on dorycote.com to receive notices when the podcasts are posted. That's Dory, D-O-R-Y, and Cote, C-O-T-E.com. Drumming and rattling by Dory Cote and Terry Morgan. Technical assistance and audio production by JillHackett.com. And this is Susan Savelle, wishing you many blessings in your life. We hope to have you join us next time.